Hello everybody, hey, it's Ken Faulkner. Another knife video. We've got the big knives this week, so we're on number 2. It's Tuesday, 2 for Tuesday. Well, I got 2 here, 2 knives, 2 for Tuesday. This is the one I carried today though. It ended up being a flipper again. I just realized that the River Wolf I carried yesterday was a flipper only. I don't know, maybe it's a trend. I know at least I have to look at all the knives that I picked out to carry. I didn't specifically go for flipper only, but that's what it kind of ended up being. And maybe it's just the larger knives in general. We'll see. I know at least there's got to be at least one. Yeah, at least one has a other opening. But we'll see as we go through it. I don't even remember all the knives. I remember some of them, but not all of them. But anyway, I carried this one today. Yeah, I carried it really well. It's a big monster. It's an off-grid. Think of off-grid, I think of big knives. I know they have some that are a little bit smaller ones, but this is a Stinger XL. Sorry, I'm getting some paper. I don't think I actually did cut some paper. I did some whittling and some other cutting today. But yeah, it seemed like it did really well. And there you go. It is cutting fine through paper. Pretty good. Let me get some cardboard. So it's kind of like a dagger shape, obviously the folder, and it does have a false edge on the other side. Sorry, I'm walking around. Probably the audio is not so great. Grabbing some cardboard. You can see I always got the Amazon boxes. I didn't get anything new today, so I've had this one for a while. We'll talk about that pretty soon. So yeah, it does get the good cutting and the nice clean cuts on the cardboard. But obviously, yeah, this side's not sharp. And so you don't have to worry about it. I mean, I've seen folding knives that are sharp on both sides, but they're a little scary. There's one, I think it was, I don't know, there's a couple of them I've seen before. I don't have any. And I suppose you could sharpen that up if you wanted to, but really the dagger is not so much a cutting knife anyway. It's more of a pokey, and with this medial ridge here, coming with two bevels or 4 bevels, makes it just slide through really well. You don't expect this to necessarily cut as well because it's a tall blade, but you're only using half of it for your bevel. So you're going up to that center ridge, which is fairly thick. Maybe I can grab the calipers. Not prepared. I'm just kind of doing a quick one. It's a crazy day at work today. Man, I got home and I was just bummed out. I'm feeling a little bit better now, fortunately. But I'm not going to go into it in great detail, but it's one of those days where it started out bad and then it just kept going bad. But that's life. Oh, okay, 0. There you go. Come on, 0. There's 0. All right, let's see how thick it is at the center point. So 0.160. 0.160. So that's about 3/16. And then up here, like a Ricasso here, yeah, 160. That seems like that's the stock thickness. So that's pretty thick. I mean, it's over 1/8 of an inch, not quite a quarter. 0.15625. What is that? It's not 3/16 because that'd be 0.1875. So it would be what? 5/32? I don't know. I can't do math. It's just been a long day. It's got that off-grid emblem. Looks really cool. Got a few off-grids. I haven't bought one recently. This one is in 154 cm. Probably can't see that. 154 cm. I've got the other ones on the spreadsheet here are all 14C28N. But yeah, 154, which I think is a really good steel. You see a lot of Kaisers with 154. It's not as popular as it used to be. This thing drops, and it's not assisted. Some of the off-grids are assisted. I do have one that's an assisted. They call it the rapid fire. But this one is not. But this is Stinger XL, and it is pretty monstrous. Let's see, we can use this to find out how long it is. So we're talking about 4 inches of blade, pretty much. And it's close to that on the edge. It's pretty much like a 4-inch. Handle is, you can get it long enough to see, about 5 inches approximately. Yeah, so you get your full hand. My hand's not XL, but it's not small, and I got plenty out here on the end. Reversible clip, got a pretty good clip, works well. Don't have any complaints. Got 3 screws in there. See, they kind of overbuild. It's G10. G10 is super strong material. I mentioned that before, but yeah, not a lot of texture. They do have these lines here that are milled in, and so that gives you a little grip in that area where you kind of want it, where your fingers gripping. It's kind of like that focal point of grip. This might be kind of a little loose, but when you grip, you're really going to grip it up here where that little bit of finger choil, and it flares out, so it's definitely got that locking in kind of feel. Nice little look. It's got the jimping up here before it swedges out up on the top. So nice feel for cutting. It felt really good on some whittling sort of moves. So you can push cuts, really get in there. So yeah, Off-Grid XL Stinger. Not to be confused with the Ferrum Forge Stinger, because those are completely different sizes. And this guy's gonna cooperate. But anyway, that was day 2 carry. So we'll keep moving on through the week, all the way through to Sunday. And then we'll figure out what we're gonna do next week. I don't know. I gotta figure out when I'm gonna start my Faulkner 5, and I'll do that too. Anyway, it's a little fixed blade. Not quite that EDC size. It's a little bit bigger than that. This is a size that I'll carry on the weekends, more so than like a daily carry, like at work or something like that. Just a little. It's just, people know it's there. It does have this kind of clip, and you can put other kinds of clips on there. You probably I haven't tried putting an ulti-clip on here, but I think that the hole positions would let you do that, because the ulti-clip does have a nice adjustment on it, and you might be able to do this as a pocket fixed blade. It originally came with it for this kind of position for carrying, rotating, and I rotated it because this size knife on a belt up there with this down lower here, it's just not super comfortable of a carry, so I did a appendix carry. It's a little big for a soft loop. I suppose you could do it, but anyway, that's what I ended up doing last weekend to do the carry. And it's so it comes with this clip. Now this is an inexpensive knife. This is like $20. It's Mossy Oak is the name of the company, and it just calls it the EDC fixed blade. Obviously it's got that one of those typical clips that comes with it, that you can obviously rotate around, because it came the other direction and I changed it around. Clips in. I had to take off one of these adjustment things for my belt size. There was one that went in here and it was just too small, too narrow. So this is the size belt that I was carrying. So it worked really well. So let's get the blade out. You got a little bit of a thumb ramp there, and it definitely holds in real tight. So for a $20 knife, the Kydex is good. It's not the fold over type, so it does take up a little bit more real estate than like the taco style. It's more the pancake, I guess they call it. I like, you can see the Mossy Oak, so it's got a little billboarding on there, but I like the coating on the blade. You can see a little wear, but no, it's not scratched or anything, just like a little bit. Not even much at all, but it has kind of a cool look to it. It's not that black DLC type thing. It's kind of almost like a brownish sort of thing, but it's a nice look. G10 again on the handles, very comfortable in the hand. Fills the hand really well. Flares out in the back, so it gives you a good hold. You got this nice area for your finger, and it's going to give you great sharpening. You have no problem because the ricasso ends like way back here. Nice Warncliffe shape, great cutting. I'm going to do some cutting with this. This is 14C28N, and this one cuts really well. from the factory. Even cuts better than the Stinger right now. But the Stinger hasn't been sharpened for a while, and it's been used a lot more. But yeah, it cuts really well. Let's see what it does with the paper. Yep. Nice. $20. That's what will get you. May not be perfect, but, you know. We'll check your... Still zeroed. 0.149, so a little bit thinner than the Stinger. Pretty heavy. Pretty heavy. Lots of G10 there. Fills the hand though. I mean, it's not that narrow feel. It definitely feels, you know, it's not going to rotate. It indexes really well. No jimping. I don't think you need it though. I mean, it locks in so well with that bevel on and everything. I mean, you can slide your finger up and down, but I mean, do you really? I don't know. You're kind of just reinforcing. It's just like, this is like a support when you're doing those kind of cuts. It's supporting the knife. So you don't necessarily, it's not like it's keeping you from doing this. I think just the shape of the handle will do that. So I don't know. I mean, it's debatable what, you know, how important jimping is. I like it. I like that feel, that kind of texture to it. But yeah, and it feels pretty sharp. You could probably strike a ferro rod on that thing if you wanted to. Maybe we'll try it out. I might mess up the coating, possibly. Where's that ferro rod I had? Sorry, I'm moving all over the place. Things are a little chaotic on this one. Here's my ferro rod. This may end up being given away, but let's see. Yeah. Ah, there you go. Yeah, so I can see it. Well, not bad. Did it mess it up? Nah, I think it's good. It definitely threw a spark there. Didn't start the apartment on fire. That's good. No need to call the fire department. Yeah, and I don't think it did any damage to that coating. So, I mean, I haven't used it much, but I carried it a little bit. And it's like a little big for that small knife thing that I've been doing lately. But this was sent in by somebody who had just seen it and thought, hey, you know, and I think it came from Amazon straight to me. From somebody who wants to remain anonymous, so we'll do that. And just said, hey, you know, sent me an email, said it's just something I saw on another channel, and I thought you might want to check it out. And I'm super appreciative of it. I really like checking it out. So yeah. So mossy, let's see, Sandvik 14C28N on this side, and mossy oak, and it's just the no name EDC fixed blade. But yeah, pretty cool. You know, these $20 knives. I mean, if you wanted to cut stuff with it, you definitely can cut with it, and it's got a good feel in the hand. You know, so if you're not looking for that fancy name brand or anything like that, you just want something that's going to work. I think this thing will. It definitely gets in that sheath and locks in, not going anywhere. You know, a lot of that stuff that you want, there's no rattling, you know. Even on some of the name brand stuff, I get a little bit of rattle, but there's no rattling. So this thing is really locking up good. All right, guys, that's going to be it for today. I got another one tomorrow. You know, getting close to the Blade Show. I don't know how much new stuff. Maybe I'll bring out some old stuff. I'll be doing some Faulkner 5 stuff. But I think I'm going to go through to my original Faulkner 5, and that's way back on the first channel. And even the second one, I think, you know, I did that 4 before Texas, but the other one that I did, I've done a couple with the premium ones. And then I'm going to be picking out a new set of premium knives because, you know, I've gotten some since the last time. So I think I can come up with something pretty impressive. Hopefully you guys will like it, you know, and hopefully I'll like it because I got to carry each one of them for a week. And that's, you know, that's the idea, is to keep my mind busy with some really cool knives while I'm waiting to go to Blade Show. You know, I got to fulfill that addiction for knives some way or another, and that's what I choose to do. So we're all going to go through it together if you choose to watch the channel. So that's what's going on. I'm going to go right now, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.